Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the 2012 AGM and conference. Today, of course, is the conference portion of that, as you know. I'm MacLeod, your president, and I'll be leading you through most of the activities of the day as we go through. In the next hour, we'll share some of the advancements of OACETT over this last year, as well as try to give you a glimpse at what the plans are for the following year. To get us started, I would like to first introduce your executive, if I may, and gentlemen, I would ask each of you if you would just simply raise your hand when your name is noted so people can identify you. We'll start with MacLeod, your president. That would be me. David Saunders, our past president.
That would be me.
Stephen Morley, our president-elect.
You guessed it.
Bob Vandenberg, who's the Vice President of Professional Affairs and Services Board, PASB, and Greg Miller, who is Vice President of IETO, the Institute of Engineering Technology of Ontario. Ladies and gentlemen, your executive. By now you've seen that the conference and the AGM material, you will know that the theme this year is Innovation Realities. What's that all about? How does that apply to OACETT? How does that apply to you as an OACETT member? We need to push the right button to make this work. Last year, at this time, you'll remember that I said that status quo is not an option for OACETT. Status quo is keeping things the way they are. Now, OACETT has worked hard, and as a result, we have benefits of being a financially strong association with a growing membership. This is a good thing. There are increased awareness among industry, government, the colleges, and the public, who all know better what we are, who we are, and what we do. We're fortunate to have many active volunteers, evidenced by all of you here in the room today. All these things are to our advantage and all very good. But it would make it easy for us to say, we've done so good, we can just sort of sit back and take advantage of that, and actually enjoy that. The problem, of course, the status quo reality, is that if we were to do that, we'd actually be losing ground. As the others among us advance, as the expectations of our members and potential members change, as legislation and regulations change, as new pieces of legislation come in, all of these things would be moving forward without us, and we very. So let's just look at how we're doing. What are our innovation realities? Technology Professionals Canada, TPC, Technology Accreditations Canada, TAC, both of these at the national level over the last year have made progress. The study commissioned by TPC that's made up of OACETT here in Ontario, along with our sister associations in British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, was completed by CSA. Their recommendations were used to establish a provisional committee that will, over the next 18 months, establish Technology Accreditations Canada as an operational entity. TAC will undertake the review of college engineering technology and applied science courses measured against updated national standards and accredit those colleges that meet or exceed those standards. Building relationships. The relationship building list is long, but it includes our sister associations in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia, all strong partners, as well as Professional Engineers of Ontario, Consulting Engineers of Ontario, the Ontario Society of Professional Engineers, Skills Canada Ontario, the Ontario Building Officials Association, Ontario Association of Architects, the Canadian Standards Association, colleges, industry, government, all to just name a few. We have an active government relations committee, and we've hired a director of government affairs. Contact with the provincial government senior staff and elected officials has increased, while in another initiative, training is being developed to assist chapter members interested in promoting OACETT in their local ridings. Some of you, no doubt, participated in one of those webinars that were held earlier in May. The regulatory task group has undertaken considering whether this concept of self-regulation warrants developing and costing a detailed implementation plan. Progress is made with other associations and in other jurisdictions are being considered, and a recommendation is expected within the next year. Nominations Committee has undertaken the enhanced role of succession planning. Fletcher Foundation is undertaking an aggressive fundraising campaign to establish an everlasting bursary for a student in each of Ontario's colleges within recognized engineering, technology, and applied science programs. Technology Advantages is being leveraged to the full benefit of the association and the members. Chapters and volunteers are key to the success of every initiative of the association, key to the promotion of our members as qualified persons, key in raising the awareness of who and what we are. As an association, we are one voice. As members, we are 24,561 voices. Whenever I think of volunteers, I'm always reminded of the quotation, "Never underestimate the value of a volunteer. Noah's Ark was built by volunteers. The Titanic was built by professionals." As we consider innovation realities that will move us forward, it occurs to me that we should not call ourselves members of OACETT. A member is simply a person who belongs to a group. We should instead refer to ourselves as OACETT partners, because partners are ones who participate in achieving a common goal, the goal of continual improvement of the association. Thank you, my fellow partners.